Poor fucking sister's house is gonna fucking collapse because of all the snow that they've been getting.
So are they getting more snow or are they getting rain there now still? Or is it raining?
They're far up enough that I'm imagining it's snow.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those situations where it was like, maybe we should have been out there shoveling our fucking roof. But why would you think about that? You know what I mean? Like, why would you ever think about that?
I send you pictures. I mean, it's not like they are not trying to keep shit from collapsing.
No, for sure. But I mean, like, when it starts to snow, you're like, how much of a deal is this going to be? And then it was like, oh, it was a deal.
Also, Duncan put a stage in one of his bars. We should do shows up there.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of stage? Are there photos of the stage?
Yeah,
do we have dimensions of the stage? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think the stage is probably a little bit bigger than the stage at Akbar. So it might actually be. I mean, would you want to do Learn the Words outside of
how dare you? All right. That's not the only little tiny stage I work on in this town. All right.
You're right.
Would I what? Yeah, I would fucking go to SF and do a show.
Would you do Learn the Words outside of a gay bar?
Do you learn the word? Well, what kind of crowd do they get there?
I don't know. They can get whatever crowd you want.
I mean, they'd have to pay me. They would have to like do my deal, my out of town deal.
What's your out of town deal?
Well, I would have to discuss that with them.
Oh, so it sounds like your out of town deal is negotiable.
No, my out of town deal is $500 for me and 10% of whatever the bar makes.
Yeah, that's a deal. I don't know, maybe. Anyway,
not glitter. So yeah, I got all the. Oh no! Wait, no! We can't be talking. We're on the YouTubes.
Oh, God.
We should do a show. I almost started just talking about shit that I have no business talking about.
Who are you going to talk about?
About nothing. We're not talking about nothing but gay stuff now. All right.
Okay.
You want to do a show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. I guess I wasn't. I did not do a Tony Soto show this week. I just couldn't even. It's not awful.
No, I get it. Sometimes I can't even with a Tony Soto show. You love the Gay Power Half Hour, though.
You feel good about that one, do you? You feel good about that fucking bullshit?
Nice. It's nice when you get an easy setup. Just big game here.
All right, so I'm just gonna count you down. 4, 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet with two gay hosts who are just like a bank in Silicon Valley because we've spent a weekend going down on Tech Bros 2 with your hosts Casey Lai and the tech guru herself, Tony Soto.
Coming up for air, Tony Soto. What? I know that you spent some time in SF. So as the Tech Bros scene was growing, so was your hole. And I would imagine, have you banged a couple of tech people in your life? They're not my go-to people. I don't know that I have.
I want to be clear about a couple of things. One, when I do an opener, oftentimes it's tongue in cheek. Speaking of tongue in cheek, though, yes, I have spent many years living in San Francisco.
Yeah, I know which
many things with Tech Bros.
I know which ones I can fucking push back on and see if there's a backstory to. And
are you talking about a tech bro?
Bros.
Yeah. Which tech bro can you push back on enough to find out their backstory?
They wear glasses, right? Not really into that.
Tech bros? No, they wear like puffy vests. I feel like a tech bro wears a puffy vest and has a lot to say about
like a puffy vest in any weather, or like
they're white guys who love trap music and the band Dispatch, and they wear puffy vests. Well, because you're in the Bay, and so it's always going to be pretty cold, you know. Like even it's going to be the days will be the mornings will be cold and overcast. The days in the sunshine, at least, will be warmer but cold in the shade, and then the fog rushes in like an invasion.
Do they have beards? Facial hair.
Some of them probably do. Yeah, some of them do.
I don't like it,
but not the gay. The gay ones, they're not.
Facial hair is unsanitary. I've decided that facial hair is out. Like I went down a spiral recently on the internet, and it was about people who don't keep their facial hair clean, and then they like make out or whatever and rough up the person's skin and then they'll give them like fucking infections on their.
Okay, well that sounds
so it's gross. So we're saying
that doesn't sound like a scourge.
They're out. That's what I'm saying. I mean, listen, here's the thing. When you think about it, I'm thinking there are more dirty beards out there in the world than there are clean ones. I think that there are a lot of males out there who avoid who aren't that clean with they're out. That's all I'm saying.
Beards are out. There's going to be a lot of otters and bears who are very upset with you. And I will say, I'm hoping the otters and bears.
No one's telling them to shave their chest. I'm not saying anything about shaving the chest. I'm saying and I'm also saying if you're gonna sport that, then it needs to smell like whatever cleaner is popular at the moment.
Wow, you're really coming for people who have that stink fetish or whatever we're politely supposed to call it. Natural scent. You don't like a natural scent. You're not a beard guy or a natural scent guy. Let's talk about it.
I don't think we talk about that a lot on this show about stinkiness or what have you. Okay. No.
Well, I had a feeling since you were so anti people with facial hair based on the potential infections they can be giving your face. I have that feeling that you're not a big fan of natural anything.
Do you like?
No. Okay, I'm not. I don't want it thrust upon me. My problem is it lingers. It's like if it gets on you sometimes, and it's like.
That's the thing. I don't want it on my clothes.
Not just invading my space.
And also, it's a fine line because here's the thing. Truthfully, I think that there is a level that you can reach. You know what I mean? Like there's a level of funk that I like. Like there's a level of actual scent that I'm like. But it's early in the game. You know what I mean? It's not like end of the night nonsense. And because I like to lick a pit, you know what I mean? So I don't want you to be run down with deodorant. But
how do you feel about the facial hair that's up in a pit, though? Armpit hair.
No, I think that's fine.
So it's just beard hair because beard's more exposed to the elements.
Really shaving that. Well, no, beards are coarse, bro. Look at your fucking face right now. Your face is literally sandpaper waiting to destroy beautiful, youthful flesh. And that's what you are literally that looks like I would need to fucking put bandages afterwards because of that.
I am aware that I need to shave with fully shave. I can't just take like a trimmer to my face if I want to go out and make out with someone new because their poor little face and youthful face. Yes, that's age appropriate faces.
I mean, listen, anyone who puts on any kind of lotion on it or skincare on their face a day would be pulverized by that fucking granite bullshit that you have.
Well, I'm not making out with anyone on a Wednesday afternoon, so just let it lie. 1, 2. We're not talking about my face. We're talking about armpits. We're talking about your face into fucking armpits.
I was just
you stink freak.
I was just I'm not. Here's the thing.
Stink pig.
I'm not a stink freak because here's the thing. I've been at really good parties at fucking Akbar where the music has been kicking.
Oh, we know the parties you go to.
But someone on the dance floor was also kicking. And so I was like, oh, I'm not going to dance back here. And listen, also to all you drag queens out there, like, listen, if you are a drag artist, I do not give a shit. If you are a person who is like all for natural scent or whatever, and you're a drag artist, you have no place in the drag community. Choose a different career.
Wow.
Choose a career that has air conditioning. Like choose something else. Because here is the thing. How dare you? Like, how dare you come into a small ass dressing area with 6 other drag queens and be stinky? That affects everybody.
I just feel like, a lot of people can be like, oh, you're coming for me in my natural state, and that is somehow offensive. And it's like, I just feel like when you're pushing it, it's like there are
ways
to
lemon under there.
Well, it's like
rub a lemon under there. Rub a lemon. It's like an easy fix.
It's like
if you're so natural, rub a lemon.
Yeah, rub a lemon or a lime. It's like if you don't have gum, just get an extra lime wedge with your tequila soda and then just pop it. I feel like with like perfume, the point of perfume is that you don't use so much of it that everyone can fucking smell you. It's when people get close, they have a nice little pop surprise, that makes you want to fuck them more. Same thing with stink. It's like, if it's affecting literally everyone in the room, everyone's gonna be like, oh, too much fucking stink. I'm gonna fucking, if I gotta go like leave the room, or if I have to like literally go shower the fact, that's some strong stink. And again, you do you, baby. But also
real quick, just piggybacking on that, and then we'll actually do a show because I don't know.
I don't know how we got on this. Stink.
I don't know how we got on this, but when it comes to like, because I'm a perfume wearer, obviously, as a drag queen, but I don't spray perfume in the actual dressing area. I go to the next biggest outside area and spray it on, because it's like, let's just be mindful that scents affect people, from stinky to 100%. Overspraying on fucking perfumes and whatnot.
I just think it's people will be like, I don't know. People get mad at people who criticize the choices people make with their bodies, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's hard not to feel like it's being done for a little bit of attention when you're like overwhelming.
You also can't be so fucking like me with something that affects so much of we. You know what I mean? Like this is the thing. You are in the everyday world. You funky, and it's rude. Like, to me, it's just like you saying fuck you. It's like I wish a motherfucker would. Like, you're looking for a reason to argue with somebody. You're looking for someone to confront you and be, hey, you're stinky. Oh my God. I also, real quick, I was watching, so obviously the drag ban that's happening in Tennessee and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's already started, by the way, that like now we already have progressive people correcting the people who are mad. Like, I've already seen a video where someone was like, hi, everybody, allies and blah, 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 blah. They're like, just so you know, we got to be mindful of our language. So when we're out there making videos, don't say things like fuck Tennessee. And, because it really diminishes it's like, don't tell me how to be mad. Yeah. All right. Like for you to waste your breath on policing how someone is mad about a situation that we both agree on. Look, if you don't want to say fuck Tennessee, don't say fuck Tennessee. If you have reasons, how dare you tell me how to protest if I want to say fuck Tennessee? It's just very weird to me.
Also, saying fuck Tennessee is just a really fun thing to say, because it's like Tennessee is such a silly little name to say. It's like Mississippi. It's like stupid little Mississippi. It just really rolls off the tongue really easily. So just let us have some fun. And also, I agree, there are good people in Tennessee who are doing the work, and we are standing with you, but we are standing against the state as a whole, trying to hurt you, take away your rights, and being run by a lieutenant governor who's trying to, I don't know, kind of like, maybe suck a little twink's dick from the internet while also ban all your rights. So we could talk about the hypocrisy specifically and nuance, but it's just a lot more fun to say fuck Tennessee.
Wait, how is that not on our list? How did that not make the list today? Did you see that fucking, first of all, I worked at this fabulous bar called the Lucky Horseshoe Lounge. I'm sure it still is functioning.
And if you're a longtime listener to the show, you know that's where it's part of Tony and mine origin story.
That's right. It's where we fell in love. And I'm going to tell you, when I saw the video of that man explaining, like, I think his explanation was, well, I like to encourage my
constituents.
Yes.
I like to engage with my constituents on the social medias, especially the ones with their underwear tucked deeply up into the butt crack.
Yeah, that. When I saw the guy, I was like, oh my God, you are literally every customer that I've ever seen at that bar. Like literally, of course that and future. You know what I mean? It's like you are that guy. And you are that guy who is so dumb about social media, because I'm sure he doesn't run it during the day. Like the thing is I'm sure, because it was from his official.
It's his legit blue check mark. Yeah, before you can
governor one, right? Like his political one.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, he's 107 years old.
78.
Yeah, disgusting. Like, obviously, sometimes 78 looks bad. I mean, Jane Fonda, bless you, because that he was a fucking mess. But like, you're seeing this messy guy, and you're like, he is absolutely no idea what he does with that social media during the day. He had his phone at night. He might have had a little beer or a little wine or probably hard.
Well, maybe a little,
he looks like a brown liquor type. He's very red in the face.
Yeah.
And he was like on his phone, and then he was searching. So here's the thing. He didn't know enough to not like it, but he knew enough to search for it. Like, this is very weird.
I don't know. I mean, they were friends, and in his defense, they met at church years before the little.
Yeah. How old was he when they met at church?
He was a God-fearing young little up and coming
Tennessee representative who has a fucking 21-year-old wife, and he met him years ago.
I would imagine, like all good young eventual craven gay whores from the South, he was a good little church boy in the beginning, because that made the most sense. And so he went to church and looked real cute in his little church whites, Sunday best. And he got to know the Lieutenant Gov, during some deaconship shit.
See, and you got to watch out for those deacons, man.
And then, as life happens, life progresses and people change. The deacon becomes lieutenant governor, and the little, good little Sunday best wearing church lover becomes a craven cock whore, and who's asking for money and weed, who says he'll suck your dick for weed. He says that. That's one of the things that the governor liked, was a post where the kid was making a very clear connection between sucking your dick and getting weed as a result.
He said he wanted to support his constituents. He says he likes the entrepreneurial approach. He's like,
it is a small business supporter.
He loves a small business. Listen, he's a Republican.
Hey, look, you know what? It's the world's oldest profession, okay? And who am I to disregard the millennia of work that these good people have put in to the local economy? Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. And yet we're just rolling with it.
And yet drag queens and transgender people are the issue. We're in a twilight zone right now, because like with as many headlines that come out every fucking day that a pastor's molesting a kid or fucking passing around kitty fiddling materials, anyone involved with the clergy or whatever, and so many closeted Republican politicians who are anti-LGBT when they're on their pulpits, but when they're at their houses they're jerking off to the fucking Twinkies. Like, but I feel like there might be some hope, because you brought up an article where, like, the people who are coming out to protest these, I
don't want to call it hope. I know what you're talking.
No, because here's the thing. what's happening is at some of these drag queen story hours, it is like accruing a different kind of protester, the Nazi kind. It's not just homophobes anymore. It's not just religious people who are protecting children. It's not just the abortion people that come over when the clinic's closed and go and fucking protest like the storytelling. It's now like gun-toting fucking Nazis, like, you know, evil people, mean people, bad people. And I don't know. I feel like if you're just a fucking everyday run-of-the-mill homophobic person who's okay with everything else but that weird anal butt sex that you all have, and you know you have it, and that it's filthy, and they start seeing like actual real fucking people like giving a Nazi salute in front of their local library.
Well,
I think that could be eye-opening for some hateful people.
Oh, I don't know, because I think, you know, what it comes down to is it always happens. Why are all these Nazi guys always showing up to my hate protests? You know, well, maybe that's because you have something kindred with the fucking Nazis. Okay. And this is, yeah, seriously. I'm aghast that I was just here to hate on some drag queens, and then they had to make it racial. Why is everybody making everything
my niece's dating
why is everyone making things so racial these days? Why can't we just go back to hating the faggots? Collectively, a unified rainbow coalition of hate against homosexuals is what I wanted, not some gun-toting, Jew-hating, N-word spewing Nazis.
Yeah. Unless, of course, they're black drag queens or a Jewish drag queen, then go ahead and.
I mean, look, I get it. I did not. It is my fault. I did not realize that drag queen was a Jewess. I did not realize that. I just assumed that she was a natural white like me, and so I was here to hate her sin, not her skin. But it does now make sense why these Nazis came down. I don't agree with it because I don't think we should hate a fellow white. But you know what? They have their reasons, and I just didn't realize that our reasons were overlapping. Okay.
Oh my God!
Okay.
But what do you think? This? I mean, like, look.
Here's what I was saying. You were saying, you started this off by saying like maybe there's some hope. I mean, I would like to believe that people would be like, wow, like what we're saying is resonating with people who are bad, and as a result, we should reflect. I don't think that's going to happen. And this happened in Ohio, in Akron area, in a park. Drag queens were doing a story hour in public in the park because they weren't allowed to do it somewhere where they wanted to do it. I don't. You know, I can't remember now because it's an endless stream of hate.
Planning on the drag
queens. Well, no.
A public park is literally like, hello.
Well, that's the point. I mean, that is, you know, like there was a queen who was kind of leading the fight in Tennessee against these bills, and they run a brunch or a bingo in a bar, and they're asking the bar to put shades over the windows during their for their performance because they don't want, because the law is so ambiguous that it's anyone who sees something they don't like can cause an issue. It's like, you know, it's vigilante justice, and it's bad. So they're trying to mitigate any sort of possibility. So yeah, a public park is a very public place, but that's, again, it's like the point that these queens are making is like, the books we have are vetted. Nothing we are doing is sexual, you know, and so as a result, it is just about, you know, the idea of gender variance being dangerous to these kids, which is going to be an issue. For me, the issue is that, you know, one part of this article was someone pulled out a gun and fired it twice, but nothing came out. So whether it was a gun malfunction or a scare tactic, either way, like, this is something way worse could have happened, and something way worse
crazy
will happen.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Listen, there's no way it's not going to happen, and now it's just a question of where is it going to happen, and the fact that they won't do anything about the gun violence anyway after it happens too. So, you know, it's just a vicious circle. It's just another place where we can have mass shootings. We will. Which is unfortunate. Like, you know, we can't go grocery shopping. We can't fucking go to movies. We can't go to goddamn malls. It sucks. And now we can't go to our local parks because, you know, of a group of drag queens just want to fucking read to kids.
And you know who's going to be killed? Kids. your straight kids are going to be killed, and the other side won't care because they're kids who have been indoctrinated by their Satan groomer parents.
And make no mistake. Listen, these are the people, the children of the people who fucking have no problem bombing a fucking abortion clinic. Yeah. So it's like, look, they really pick and choose on who can live and who can't live. And honestly, when it comes down to it, when you hear a lot of this fucking rhetoric about drag queen story hours and the grooming and the demonization of LGBT people, like the dehumanization of it, of us, because that makes it easier to kill us if we are a villain in their fake book. Like if we are a product, if we are placed here by their made up enemy in that book, literally a villain who fucking left there, like why would he punish us for fucking not listening to God when he left there because he didn't like God? Doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. But I'm just saying, like, it's going to be irrational because it's behind religion, and that's going to make it more dangerous.
Did you see? This isn't on the list either, but the former California Teacher of the Year is now arrested for being in a relationship with a 13-year-old boy. No.
Wait, the lady, right?
Lady Jacqueline Moss.
Yeah.
And I was joking about it last week, and I'm not saying this, but it's like, like whenever there's this story, it is a married woman, because I'm sorry, straight women are bored in their marriages. they're unfulfilled and they're horny and they're doing weird stuff. And so it's like the correlation isn't to blame straight women, but it's like gay men are like, who are living their lives and having fun, are actually very fulfilled people. And that's why you're not seeing a lot of them fucking kids. The people who are fucking are repressed people. And that includes straight women, usually priests often, and people who are living in a world where their fantasies are their only source of who they are. And as a result of that, weird, crazy things happen. And so let's stop blaming the people who are trying to live fully realized fucking lives, which usually does actually include, weirdly in your minds, drag queens, trans people, queer people, gay people.
Literally, it's crazy on how they have just brought us into their I'm not going to act surprised because it's obvious that that's what happens. You need a scapegoat. You need people. You need the look at here. But truthfully, we just want y'all to leave us alone.
Seriously, you can do whatever the fuck you want in quiet, as long as we do the same.
Drag Race, you can have it. I'll never watch another thing about it.
I'm done with it.
Yours. It's yours forever. You can have it. Make it like your Bachelor. Like keep it in your fucking. It's yours.
Let Sasha Colby win, and then let's just call it a day.
Just like listen. It's just crazy how like fascism. They're in a way they're weaponizing the fucking by making kids scared to like read, you know what I mean? Like, or to want to see books, or maybe go someplace where there would be, it's very, very manipulative and destructive what conservatives do to kids. Like, truly. I
mean that is what creates these fucking monsters.
Like, Nazis,
let's be real.
Nazis
conservative upbringing.
Nazis at story time. Nazis at story time, like that's wild. Like armed Nazis at story time, that's weird. Like queer folks aren't doing that. We're not coming to these things armed, but they are, because they don't look at us as people, and that's what's scary.
No, I mean that is 100% true. I mean, it's of all of the freaky weird things that I've been a part of as a gay person, story time is like kind of the least offensive, and I'm surprised. It's a real, I don't mean to be laughing. It's laughing out of fear, but it's like, it is crazy that is the thing that they've hitched their fucking tent
because it's
Post
crazy.
2.
I'm just going to tell you, I've done it. And there's nothing. I mean, if anything, I was performing for the parents.
You were. And I will say, and I'm joking about this. We were joking about it earlier. The book you were given to read was Everybody Poops. And it was shocking to me that the headline the next day wasn't Drag Freak Reads Scat Book to Toddlers, because like that is how that could be misinterpreted. Oh, I was reading an article today, and a librarian who wore rainbow socks to an event got fined for something. And it's like, okay. I mean, if that's how far we have to police ourselves, then we have a real fucking problem.
I mean, it's so crazy because like I don't know, and then they want to make us think about like, you know, Mexico being dangerous, so we don't want to go anywhere else. But it's just still so dangerous here. I wonder what the violence level is for other countries to come and visit this country.
I'll tell you what. I would rather fucking die at the hands of a Mexican cartel, because at least I know why I'm being shot. Honestly, in America, the reason you were shot is because some fucking virgin is mad girls won't suck his little fucking dick. Okay. So I would rather die for a fucking international monetary issue rather than the fucking dark fantasies of a fucking gamer.
Well, because the thing is at least your mom and dad will get a fucking apology letter if it was a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing about fucking Mexico. Mexico at least is like, you know, chivalrous enough where they'd be like, oh wow, our bad. Like we literally did not mean like those. We talked about it last week. Those 4 people who went to Matamoros for as Casey says, medical procedures, tummy tucks, and were abducted, and 2 were horribly killed, and 2 got away. But leave it to the cartels to be like, whoa, yeah, no, that was our bad. Listen, we thought that was other sex traffickers, so we killed them. But racially motivated. They thought they were Haitian drug dealers as well. Yeah, but here are the 5 hombres who got all violent.
And in your words, your former president's word, bad hombres.
Yeah, bad hombres. Here's some of the bads. And we're here you go, and here's an apology letter, and really we're just sorry. We're sorry it happened. And I'm like,
and unfortunately though, many people in America couldn't read the apology letter, even though it was translated into English, because we can't read the letters.
My God. I listened to that whole thing about the reading.
Oh yeah. Do we have enough time to talk about it?
No, we have 50 seconds. Oh my God.
We'll talk about that off stage.
It just seems blatant, like they're trying to make us stupider. You know what I mean? Just blatant. It's just blatant. It's just lazy.
Shout out to Duncan Lai for recommending a good podcast on one of the reasons why the country is getting stupider and we can't read.
Yeah,
and we
they
can
still
dissect
insist
that
on having kids. They still insist on having children. It's like, well, you better read to them. You better teach them. You better show them to let.
Are you calling out my brother for being a flagrant breeder?
All these shameless breeders that need a legacy or whatever.
Hey, as an Italian with a mother who is Italian, it takes the pressure off that there's 2 grandbabies. Okay, we love the grandbabies.
I watched a TikTok, and it was the Italian baseball team. Apparently, y'all have that, and it was a lot of, you know.
We keep trying to swing at the back, but we swing it this way.
We've come to the end, Casey.
Oh yeah, the end is nigh. It's right here, right now. All right, well, cool. That was fun, guys. You can see me from the greater Long Beach area on the 22nd at Que Sera for Bear City. You can see me. I'm headlining the Hollywood Improv Lab.
Bear
Side room,
City.
the lab. Yeah, it's not what you think. And also, you hate bears. You tell bears to shave their face because it's offensive to you or something like that. So honestly, are you an ally?
Unhygienic.
You're calling a lifestyle unhygienic.
I am.
That is a lifestyle.
I am, for the most part. Yes, I am. Yes.
Gay Power Half Hour, indeed. Yeah, you can. I'll be at the Lab the 31st at 9:45. Everyone come to that show, and then I will a little further down the line in San Francisco. I'm headlining the Punchline again, Pride Week on the 20th, whatever that Tuesday is. We'll make it clearer as the weeks go out. What? Can't hear you. I don't know why.
Pride Week
in San Francisco. I'm headlining the Punchline.
It's not
We're
even
already talking about that.
summer yet. What are you doing Pride Week for?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying in the future, put it in your calendar. What you're asking, why am I talking about it?
Why are we rushing Pride Week?
It's June. I'm just putting it in people's pipes so they can smoke on it for a little bit.
All right, smoke on it then. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to think
What do you got going on except your regular shows that you have all the time that we hear about each and every week?
Oh, you mean my steady work? Oh, you mean my steady work? Oh, yeah. Well, pardon me for having a steady job.
I'm just excited I'm doing shows again. I thought you would be excited that I'm booking shows again.
I am.
Sound that way. It sounds
I'm
like
very
you're
excited.
upset that you have to think about something.
I was thinking, well, what the fuck is San Francisco doing a Pride event for? It's not even June, but you were trying to plug a June event.
I'm putting it in people's pipes so they can smoke it.
Jesus. I get it. They're smoking the pipe. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. You're right. You're right.
All right. What are you doing?
Not that.
Regular old shit? What are you doing Pride Week?
Oh, yeah. Just regular old shit, Casey.
Which I love very much.
How dare you? How goddamn dare you? How very goddamn dare you? If y'all like Gay Power Half Hour, then you should go to our iTunes page and subscribe to it, rate the show, leave a comment. It helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Battle Babies every Wednesday, Dash in West Hollywood. Shows at 10. It's great. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's supposed to not rain. Hopefully we'll see. Rain. But no, nothing's going on at the moment that I can talk about. So, but stay tuned. I'm the Tony Soto Show on Instagram and TikTok. And for everything and all things that I do in drag, Tony Soto Productions on Instagram. We'll be back again next week for more. We didn't even talk about anything on this damn list. Not a single fucking thing. Maybe next week. All right. Goodbye.